Jesteśmy w Essen, na targach gier planszowych. Jesteśmy w pierwszej hali, a jest ich w tym roku 5. Każdą wam pokażemy, porozmawiamy z ciekawymi ludźmi, pokażemy wam nowości, pokażemy wam wszystko. Jesteśmy w miejscu po prostu przepięknym, o którym marzyliśmy od momentu, w którym opuściliśmy je w ubiegłym roku. Jesteśmy tutaj znowu. Kuba się ze mnie śmieje, bo ja chodzę z aparatem i fotografuję wszystko jak leci. O ludzi, gry, rzeczy, miejsca, po prostu jest pięknie. Kochani, jest pięknie. Zaraz pokażemy wam wszystko, co możemy wam w Essen pokazać. Stoimy na stoisku wydawnictwa AEG, dużego wydawnictwa z Kalifornii, które na pewno jest wam znane z takich tytułów jak Smash Up czy seria gier Tempest. Przed nami John Zinser z tego wydawnictwa, który opowie nam o nowościach. Hello, John.
Hello, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
You have a new game, Dice City, with a very interesting dice mechanic.
Yes, well, when it's called Dice City, it needs a dice mechanic in it. We're very excited about this game. It uses a game board, as you can see here, and you roll a series of dice and compare the dice to the color and the number, and that places you on a space that gives you a special ability. The game is all about taking cards with the resources that you build and building a city that starts to create an engine that becomes the biggest economic power or the biggest military power. It's a fun, fast, easy-to-learn game with lots of depth and replay value, so we're very excited about it.
Looks great. And what's about a Smash Up series? Do you plan expansion?
Yes, absolutely. We just released our best-selling expansion to date, which is the partnership with Steve Jackson Games, Smash Up Munchkin. And next year, we have a set coming that was voted on by the players, and we're calling that set It's Your Fault.
And you have also Adventure Time. Yeah, Love Letter, Adventure Time. I love this cartoon.
We love this cartoon too, and they were so much fun to work with. They're fans of Love Letter, and when we gave them the property and we decided to do a version of it, they actually had their artists do all new art with copies of the characters in Love Letter garb and stuff. It's a wonderful, wonderful product and selling very well.
And what about Tempest series?
So the Tempest series, the Patronize is the last of the Tempest series games. It was a very good experiment for us, and of course we got Love Letter out of it, so no complaints. But we're working on a new shared game world, which we'll introduce to the world maybe in 2017.
Jesteśmy na stoisku wydawnictwa Argentum Verlag, wydawnictwa dobrze znanego graczom lubującym się w cięższym euro, znanym z takich tytułów jak El Gaucho na przykład, a rozmawiam z Charlesem Chevallier, autorem gry Antrarctica. Hi!
Hi, how are you?
You designed a very cool game.
Yeah, you can say like this, yeah.
And the mechanic is very interesting, sun mechanic.
Yes, I like this kind of mechanics on the turn game. Normally the turn game is always changing, it's your turn and then your turn. I prefer that you choose when you will play. Perhaps it's a better action, but you must wait some time before playing, or you can be opportunistic and play immediately, but it's not a perfect action for you.
Have we negative interaction in Antarctica?
No, I like a game with a lot of interaction, but I'm known for this. But I want that I like to play. You know, when you play for you, but you see the other guy say, "Oh, ouch! That's not good for me." So here in Antarctica, you build for everyone. So all the buildings are for you play a scientist on the board. So it's your scientists that build this building, but everyone can use the next action for the building. The originality of the game is that the player choose what action you can play to the next turn in this zone.
Stoimy przed stoiskiem wydawnictwa Ragnar Brothers. Hi, you have a new game, two new games here, yeah?
Yep, 2 new games this year. We've got DRCongo, which is quite a heavyweight game about the recovery of a nation, becoming a country that was overrun by insurgents to being one that's transformed into a working economy. And our second game is Barking Up the Wrong Tree, which is really the other
A little party game, yeah?
sort of table game, card game, light-hearted, but quite a lot of tactics and fun in it.
Great. And you have a new prototype.
Yes. This is Nigra and Pinta, which I have the flyer. I don't suppose you can see that. But this will be kickstarting in November this year. And it's our first quantum game. The idea being that a game can thematically go in different directions, but in this case, it's got 3 different new worlds that Christopher Columbus is discovering with his 3 different ships.
Przed nami Vital Lacerda, autor ciężkich gier, takich jak chociażby Winiarz. Hi.
Hello, how are you?
Great. It's Gallerist. It's also a heavy game?
Yes, the Gallerist is a heavy game in the same path that all other my games, but I think it's the easier game to learn, but one of the hardest to play. To play well the game, you need to play a few times.
Looks absolutely amazing. It's very colorful and beautiful.
Yeah, the art was made by Ian O'Toole. It's an Australian guy that is making the art for all my next games, and he is wonderful. The box, I don't know if you see the box. The box has a...
It's very, very big.
Is one of these, okay? Yeah, this is the big box, and it's a wonderful concept that shows exactly what the game is, because it's a packet with some paintings.
Przed nami Manlio Zaninotti z wydawnictwa Apokalypse.
Good morning. Good morning.
You have a very new game.
Yes, I am the producer and the designer of the first game of our production, who is the producer.
It's about making a film.
Yes, the goal of the play is making films. The product is absolutely historical accurate. You are a producer in the first 40 years in Hollywood. You have a script, you have actors, you have events who change your play in course. Is a economic, work placement and card management game.
So cute. It's also a very beautiful game.
The box is the game. You must rotate the box with the cards. Any cards can rotate in a direction the box, and when the players finish their cards, the player with the characters up is the winner of the match.
Przed Wami Richard Amann, odpowiedzialny za sukces gry Trickerion. Hi Richard.
Hello.
This is your Kickstarter hit.
Yeah, maybe we can say it's a hit.
Maybe $300.
Yeah, okay. Let's say it's a hit. But
Can you tell us more about Trickerion?
yes, sure. It's a strategic board game about magicians, stage magicians. You can see some here on the posters. Well, the theme was inspired actually by Christopher Nolan's The Prestige. We really liked that movie, and we thought, hey, why aren't there games with this theme? And then we figured we should make it. So we started the theme, and then we built up the game based on that. How the players should feel that they're real magicians. So that was something we set as a goal, and we strive to do that. So the game you see here is, well, it's like the fifth complete new version we tried.
Jesteśmy na stoisku wydawnictwa Zeman Games, wydawnictwa, które słynie z bardzo dobrych gier, ale przede wszystkim z gier starannie i bardzo pięknie wydanych. Rozmawiamy właśnie z Lyne Buthillette.
Yes, that's correct.
Hi Lyne. Pandemic Legacy, it's your Essen hit.
Yes, well, it's our biggest release for Essen for Z-Man, yes, for sure.
Is it true that you sold 80... how much copies?
81,000 pre-sales, yeah. Yeah, it was a great fun.
Absolutely amazing. Actually, we ordered, of course, two copies.
Yeah, it's a unique game because it's like, the feeling of it's like if you are in the movie. Each player has a character that they will name, that they can upgrade while they are playing, and also they can have scars if they are injured, so you will get attached to your character. But not also that. You will play up to a year, so you would play 12 games for the least, but you won't play 12 games because you need to be really, really good. And even us at the office, we play more than that. And so you can play up to 24 games, because if you lose the first month, you can play it again. But if you lose again, the government will help you and give you some help just to get you through the next month. It's really fun. The board will change completely. So at first it will feel like a pandemic, but at the end of the game it's gonna be completely different. It's an experience. It's season 1, season 2 will come. They are currently working on that.
What do you have else?
What we have else than Pandemic Legacy? Well, we have one great game that we've launched it at Gen Con. So it's Apokalypse Chaos. In Apokalypse Chaos, you are playing as a team, so it's a cooperative games, and which each player would have his own set of dice. So, and they have all their own special powers also.
You built something
Yes. The board is in 3D, so you will have different scenarios that let you set up the board differently. So you can have 1 floor, 2 floor, or multiple 2 floors, so it's pretty cool. And the thing is, it's a programmation games, so the player will play all of their turn, and then after the monster will play. So you need to check what are gonna be the move of the monsters, just to make sure you're not where you're not supposed to be, because you could die. And really quickly, Apokalypse Chaos, it's hard, but it's a really fun game to play.
You have also Skyliners.
Yes, Skyliners is the new Hands and Glue game.
Also 3D.
Yes, also in 3D. I think there's something there. So in Skyliner, you are building some buildings, and you are trying. It's a perspective game, so you will see at your perspective what you can see, so to score points. So the more object or the more building you will see in one row will score you points at the end. You have also a secret objective that will let you know where you have to build the tallest building of them all.
Jesteśmy na tyłach stoiska Pegasus Spiele, w takim specjalnym kąciku, w którym można usiąść i porozmawiać. A przed nami Michael Kränzle. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
OctoDice. It's look really, really cool.
OctoDice. OctoDice is our best dice game in this season. It's our only dice game, to be fair. It's set in the world of Aquasphere, a very, very big game. We brought it last year. It was been one voted best game of the show last year. It's basically set in the same area, of course, underneath the water. So what you do is basically the same, but with dice and a lot easier to achieve. You collect how you say, gems, yeah, and so that's basically it. So it's easy to play, hard to master.
And for the end, Porta Nigra, a new Kramer game.
Porta Nigra is a great game. It's much more accessible than, for example, My Village, I would say. My Village is clearly for gamers, and Porta Nigra is, I would say, at the edge between family and gamers. So
Light Euro game?
yeah, it's a Euro game, but it's like if you're used to like a certain mechanism, it's manageable for you. I mean, it's made by a very famous duo of authors. It's Wolfgang Kramer and Michael Kiesling, and it's about building up towers. So that might remind some of you basically of another game or other games where you do that, but I can assure you it is different from this mechanism. It's really nice and it looks great. So if you have the possibility to simply look at it, yeah, it just looks great, like all these towers building up from the game board.
To był bardzo długi, pełen emocji dzień. Poznaliśmy dzisiaj mnóstwo nowych osób, spotkaliśmy bardzo wielu znajomych, a teraz wybaczcie, czas na kolację, czas na powrót do pokoju hotelowego i cieszenie się wszystkimi naszymi zdobyczami. Bądźcie z nami jutro, bo jutro mamy dla Was parę bardzo fajnych niespodzianek.